You say Tammy, I say Tanny. We saw Tammy and the T-Rex, so you know what that means.
How did Schwarzenegger grow a baby in his belly? Rock a rhinestone vest while ripping Justin to Kelly. Or maybe see a burlesque show with Nick Crow and take a boat with speed to hitting cruise control. J-Man, Big Paul in the beautiful June. Gonna take you from the goob all the way to the room. Ran the games of Street Fighter, helped to blow off steam. Just a sucker punch the odd life of Timothy Green. Sharknado to Birdemic, how we staying alive. They call it in the badass and he's on the line. Cranking 88 minutes cause they cool as ice. Cause a bad Jim Varney looking kind of nice. Paul and June getting literal, Jason is getting laid. June is making sure all the monkey shots getting paid. They judge a bunch of movies while they making the grade. Here's a real question for you, how did this get made? That's a good look, Haru.
What's that smell?
Hello, people of Earth, and welcome to a How Did This Get Made? Matinee Monday. This is a video series hosted by me, Tall John Scheer, where we look back at classic episodes of How Did This Get Made that we are now putting back in the live stream. They've been behind a paywall for a long time, and now you get to see them once again. But before you listen, this is going to give you a little sampler, a little taste of what's in store. And this is a really fun episode. Tammy and the T-Rex is a movie about a jealous boyfriend who takes the guy that he thinks likes his girlfriend out to a park to be eaten by dinosaurs. And then, I don't know, he basically becomes a T-Rex and he has this girlfriend. And the only reason why this whole movie was made was because the director who directed two How Did This Get Made classics, Mac and Me and Mannequin 2 on the Move, had access to an animatronic T-Rex. There are so many amazing things here. Denise Richards and Paul Walker are perfection in this movie. There's so much to deconstruct, and this is one of our first ever live episodes. So we had a moment in it that I think a lot of you will remember, and it's when June saw my better lighting setup. Take a look.
It looks like you're in like a cool New York City like underground comedy club, like recording live from this.
Because my Twitch shows and stuff like that. Like, but again, I can change the color of the lights. What do you want? You know what? For you, sweetheart, I'll give you whatever color you want. What do you want, sweetheart?
Give me. I don't like the way he's calling you sweetheart. I don't like
sweetheart. Tell me what lights you like, babe. I'll give you whatever color you want.
No, you look great. I'm happy for you.
Things are already off to a rough start, but we do break it down even more as we get into some of the things that just don't make sense. And by the way, this is a movie about a person who has a T-Rex brain and human. Again, I'm not even going to try to explain it, but basically a kid's brain is put into a T-Rex. All you need to know is it's a love story. Take a listen to this clip.
If they'd allowed for him to grow even rudimentary speech capabilities, it would have been cool, but we would have been robbed of the Denise Richards game of charades that sounds like
Michael's brain is inside you. That jump was wild.
Oh, I get it. Sounds like fingers. No? Rain. Sounds like rain. Rain, pain, brain, name, brain. Sounds like brain. What brain? Michael, brain. Michael, brain. You have Michael's brain?
By the way, also a complicated game of charades. Like, I feel like he was going like rhymes with like getting to brain. It just seemed too Like, just say I'm Michael.
Yeah.
I'm Michael.
He starts with more specificity. He eats the yellow flower like Michael did. He points to her. He points to the bracelet that Michael gave her and says, and points to himself. Bracelet himself. And she says, Michael gave this to me, Michael. And then he does charades.
By the way,
You were right there.
This movie takes place in 36 hours. So I will also say that maybe Denise Richards' character was just still in shock and having a traumatic moment, because ultimately she goes to like whatever dance that is before the boy is even buried, like in the ground.
Oh, yeah.
Like it was like she's pulling herself up by her bootstraps, like instantaneously. She's like, well, I guess I got to go to the dance. I mean, even though my boyfriend was murdered.
There's so little no, it's not stakes, but kind of so many insane things happen in and around these characters, specifically Denise Richards, obviously, but in front of all these other people, inclusive of Billy, the bad guy, who again seems to be 36 and in charge of a group of gang kids from a New York 1980s movie. He's basically out there being like, he's being dragged away by police screaming, I'm gonna kill you, and I'm gonna murder you. And the police are like, everybody is like, nothing matters. Like, Paul Walker gets dropped in a wildlife sanctuary, is mauled by a lion. And
by the way,
Denise
that
Richards
scene is
terrific and terrifying.
Like,
it is very
horrific.
scary.
Because I saw a lot of like janky special effects in this movie, and I loved them all, like the flat body, everything like that. But when that person had their head
rolling up the flat body,
I didn't like that.
I mean, it was amazing. But when that lion had his head, in his mouth, I was like, I don't know how they did this, because that looks fucking real.
Well, when they cut to Paul Walker in the hospital, he is without a mark on him.
Not a scratch.
He has a black eye. A slight black and blue.
That's from the fight. That's from the nut grabbing fight. That's not, I don't even think that's
not
from
the lion.
We have to talk about the nut grabbing fight as well, or the dick grabbing fight. I'm not sure I'm not sure if they were grabbing dicks, nuts, or the whole package. But
well, I mean, that scene made no sense to me.
I've never seen anything like that in my life.
I've never seen any. Is that a thing? Like simultaneous?
That's what I asked. That's what I wrote.
Not
Is
that
this a
long.
thing?
Not that long. Look, when
what
you're
do you
in a
mean
fight,
not that long, Paul?
What do you mean? Yeah, not that long.
What do you mean not that long?
well, you guys have been in fights.
You might
right?
grab a guy's dick. You might grab a guy's dick in a fight, but only for a second or two.
Yeah, you're not like doing like you're not twisting it. But I'm saying, like, in a fight, you might want to take a cheap shot at someone's junk, but it's a cheap shot.
Sure.
They kind of had their hands, like, they were like, I've got my hand on something, now I'm twisting it, I'm turning it, and then the reveal at the end that Paul Walker goes, I was wearing a cup. So Paul Walker
he was
acting
that whole time,
and then the other guy must have just been grabbing the cup and thinking that those were balls.
Noticed. Not noticed
I've
that he
worn
was grabbing hard plastic.
I mean, I've worn a cup. I'm wearing one right now, and
Here's
it's
the other
very
thing,
hard
right?
to. Yeah.
If let's say I'm grabbing a guy's nuts right here, right, and even if he's grabbing mine, okay,
Yeah.
This hand right here,
Yeah.
watch. Boom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Boom.
Well, but
I just
Jason,
punch him
but you
in
are.
the head.
But you're in
But
so
that's
much
like-
pain that I feel
Yeah.
like you've forgotten about other options. I mean, the
You
thing
think I'm-
that I would do, honestly, Jason, is
Great.
someone's grabbing me in the nuts and I'm grabbing them in the nuts. I would just let go of those nuts
Why?
Okay.
in the hopes that they would let go.
No, June, you
Like
can't
they
give
are in
up.
a suicide pact.
It's a standoff. It's a standoff. If you
it's
let go, you're
crazy.
admitting weakness.
Tammy and the T-Rex is now out in your How Did This Get Made live feed. You don't have to do anything. Just listen to it if you want to, or don't. And same goes for this. If you want to subscribe to my channel, please do. We always have great new How Did This Get Made things here. Plus, we have amazing shows here on my YouTube channel with Rob Hubel and myself and other people. George Lucas Talk Show even stops by at certain points. So we have a lot of fun. Subscribe, like, do all the things that you like to do. And we'll see you next time on How Did This Get Made. Oh, and if you like us, please remember to rate and follow us and do all that sort of stuff that you do with podcasts, because it helps. It's free. I'm just talking to you now. All right, see you next time for another Matinee Monday.